All right, good morning, folks. It is Monday the 16th, day 44, just about 8:30 in the morning, 8:25 in the morning. And I am wrapping up what's been, I didn't look this up, what, 3 or 4 nights, something? 3 or 4 nights with, yeah. Four, okay. 4 nights here with Rusty. So she's been kind enough to put me up here and take me in, so we thought we'd kind of sit down and do a quick jam with Rusty. So yeah, how's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah. And so you're brand new to the area.
Yeah, we moved to Dulce here in November.
Okay.
After having lived just north of here in Durango for 22 years.
Jeez.
Yeah. So we went from being Coloradans to New Mexicans.
In a hurry.
In a hurry, yeah.
But I guess you braved the winter, so that's got to count for some kind of immediate credibility, right?
Right. We decided to stay here through the winter, even though the road is virtually impassable for about 4 months.
Jeez.
And we have no running water or electricity, so we're just doing the renovation.
Yeah.
But it was a blast. The winter was wonderful.
Cool.
We loved it.
Cool.
It made us feel good, like we can maybe make it here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been such a pleasure to spend time with you guys here, and it's quite a property you have. So what, this house was built, what,
about
1995 25 years ago or something?
Or something like that. It's an adobe and straw bale house. Everything was locally sourced, I guess is the term.
Cool.
From the wood to the plaster and the floors. And it was lived in by a family for a while and then sort of neglected by the last owner. And that's what we're renovating, I guess you would say. Yeah,
sure. Well, and you and your partner here, Alan, have quite a history of kind of taking on big projects here too. I mean, so what? Alan's from Alaska. You're originally from New Jersey, by way of everything out west, Idaho and Colorado, and so my goodness. And what was your last property in Durango? Was, what did you say, 80 acres or something?
No, that was just 10 acres, but it was a farm, and with a big log house, and we had, I don't know, cows and ducks and chickens and goats at one point, and we made 2 acres of garden and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And it was beautiful. We loved it, but it was a little bit hard to continue to maintain. Yeah. Over the years. So instead we moved to an 80-acre place. Right.
You want to downsize a little, right?
Yeah, we downsized everything else but the land.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I can only imagine. I mean, some of the work you've already put into this place is some of the stories you've given of what it was like when you moved in, and the painting and working, cleaning out trash, and getting more fences built up. And
well, you've seen some of the trash that's been cleaned out when they came, and it's been. But those are the kind of projects we like. That's what we do. In our spare time, it's a little more than we'd like. Hopefully, we'll get it all done and be able to sort of relax and get out into the woods more. Because that is our other passion.
Right. Well, let's talk about that a little. So you said you've got, well, I don't even know where to begin with all this stuff, but so Alan many years ago rode his bike across the country, and you've of course done plenty of hiking, not necessarily through hikes, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if you've done more hiking than me at this point. You guys get out quite a bit, and that's what that wonderful trailer I've been. What's it, Pippin, right?
It's Pippin.
Yes.
That's what we call our trailer, Pippin, because it's in honor of a character from Lord of the Rings who is very intrepid and hardy. And so that's what we think of our tiny little trailer, I guess. We mostly tent camp, but that's just for, to extend our seasons a little bit. We'll go and make a base camp with that and then head off into the mountains.
So any particular... So are there any hikes you've done? I know if you've spent so long in Colorado, certainly there'd be sections that probably I'm coming up on that you would have some insights or experience in. Any particular sort of sections in Colorado, and then maybe after that, any sort of particular sections across the country or world or anything that you've really enjoyed?
Well, the whole area, I mean, it's why we lived in Durango. The whole area that you're going to go through from Pagosa through Silverton to Lake City is one of my favorite areas, and we have done that whole area multiple times. Cool. From multiple directions, and it's just incredibly I find it really beautiful. But, you know, so are the Sierras, and there
Sure.
are lots of really beautiful places. I just happen to really like those.
Might be next year, I don't know.
Yeah. And then you'll be going through Rocky Mountain area, Rocky Mountain National Park, which I used to live in Boulder, so we used to go up there a lot. It's a little crowded nowadays by my standards, but the trails are beautiful, the views are beautiful, and you see the mountain goats and the sheep and the moose
awesome.
And all that kind of stuff up there.
I'm excited about that. That should be really fun.
Yeah. And then when you get further north into Montana, a lot of that area, not Glacier, but sort of south of Glacier, I really particularly like.
Yeah. Have you been through, like, I know the one of the big sections on this trail is going to be the Bob Marshall Wilderness?
Only on the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely on a bucket list.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
cool.
just gorgeous in there. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll meet back up again in whatever, August or September, if you feel like skipping up to the Bob. And
there we go. Yeah. That might be a good
that
plan.
could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to plan a trip this summer, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's see what else. I don't know, any sort of, I know, so you've been, well, let's talk about how I came to be here, really. Like, so
yeah,
you and Alan follow some thru-hikers,
mostly me.
Uh-huh.
Every year I've been doing it since it started. Just sort of as inspiration for me, follow two or three thru-hikers through their, whole trip, and it's a lot of fun to do that, and
cool.
I enjoy it a lot, and I'm pretty picky.
Uh-huh.
So
well, I feel very lucky then.
Yeah. And so we do that. So so I've been following yours, and then you said something about being in Chama and having to wait, and having to be off trail for a little bit.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd have Pippin fully set up
Yeah.
by then, and so that's why I reached out.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was super awesome. Any other hikers that are on trail now or getting on trail soon that you're sort of paying attention to, or?
I have followed in the past, last year, Farrell.
Sure, yeah. Shout out to Farrell.
That's a big one. And then I'm a big fan of the Wander Women, and I'm sure that there are people who watch yours.
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially if they're older women like
Yeah.
me, who just finished their Triple Crown last year and are about to bike across America. So, and other than that, this year,
Still early.
Shaker hikes.
Okay.
I think Shaker hikes, I can't
Okay.
remember. I've been following him, and he's like a week behind you.
Oh, so maybe we'll wind up linking
might.
up, and
Yeah, he's probably someplace this side of Ghost Ranch now.
Okay.
Or Cuba.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, nearby though.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's going to be doing through the San Juans. Has he given any indication just yet? What?
No.
Yeah.
No, other than just, I wonder what it's going to bring being in the San Juans and how the snow's going to be.
Very cool.
Which is what you're looking forward to.
That's the whole kit and caboodle for this little section right here, is trying to see whether it makes sense to stay or go or wait or move or skip or flip or whatever in the world people are doing. And I know like, so some of the people I was already hiking with, like Scout went to Mexico for a wedding, 700 went back to California to see his gal for a couple weeks, and I think Bear Hug's thinking about maybe skipping north, and Midnight's gallivanting around Colorado with her partner, trying to figure out where they're going to live next. And so it's kind of it's been everywhere. And then of course I've been here holed up in Pippin, enjoying some wonderful food from you and Alan, and amazing conversation and hospitality so far. So
it's been really fun, and I would love to continue to do this with people,
that'd be cool.
I'm a little bit far to be a really regular trail angel,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Well, you've been definitely fit the bill for me anyways so far, so I appreciate that. But
yeah, and it'll be really interesting to see where you head from here and how it all works out. The Pagosa stretch, who knows? And then it's the big one from Pagosa all the way to Silverton and Lake City.
Yeah, and then after that, it's just small things like Mount Massive and Grace Peak.
Yeah, no big deal. Just, just cruising.
Easy. Yeah, just bag some 14ers and be done. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, have you had the, well, I don't know, I shouldn't presume pleasure, but have you met any of the other folks that you'd followed over the years or anything, or?
No, I've spoken to some.
Cool.
But not met them. Yeah.
Okay.
People who were, may have stopped in Durango for a while and didn't, that kind of thing.
Sure. So any particular, I don't know, for anyone else who's followed through hikers or is following me or anything else, or, a lot of folks follow a lot of channels, I know that much, but any particular sort of insights I don't know, I mean, and I don't presume to assume that I'm like anyone else who does this, but any other sort of questions or revelations for folks who've followed channels or been curious about how the through hiking or video world works? I don't really know exactly what I'm asking. But.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking.
yeah, that was a jumble.
People who follow for a billion different reasons. Some
right.
are truly armchair YouTube followers,
Mm-hmm.
Who are just doing it for the pleasure and have no interest in actually doing anything themselves.
Uh-huh.
I have a couple friends who do that,
mm-hmm.
and other people are doing it specifically to plan
for
a trip, right?
Yeah.
And like your channel is really, I think, very good for that, because you give a lot of good detail about
mm-hmm.
what's going on in a way that's engaging and gives people like details that they think they need. And I know a couple of people who do that.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the gamut, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but like, I mean, I know like you had a few questions for me when I first got here over the past few days. Do you feel like there are questions you've had about people who are doing videos or people who hike that maybe we've already asked? So I hate to ask you to ask the same question twice, but maybe something that you think someone watching might be interested.
Well, I think that, I asked about, today I was asking you about, times when you've really considered leaving the trail, which you haven't. But
I don't think so,
Yeah, but I think that those kind of moments, those kind of, when do things get really concerning to the point where it's like, can I do this or not?
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting to people who are watching. Like,
mm-hmm.
what makes it, scary? What makes it really joyful? What are the things, which that comes across pretty well.
Okay,
but
good.
the scary things, I think people try to not push that so much on YouTube, unless they're really going for the drama.
Yeah.
But so those kinds of questions, and questions about making the decisions, like how you're making the decision to go forward, like what's that process to go forward with the long loop around to Lake City,
right?
And what you do to prepare for that, because that's and I'm sure you're talking about it, but those are big decisions. So what I'm getting at is, it's not just a straight line.
Right.
I'm going from here to here, and I just go.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of little decisions in the millions of little decisions that you're making all the time, and those are really interesting, I think, to people who are watching. They are to me, and I'm assuming that they are to other people. Maybe that's why your videos are great. They
I appreciate
cover some of that, I don't know, I'm sort of just
battling
at this point, but
I don't know. It's tricky, and again, I mean, this trail is going to be very different and has already been so different from the Appalachian Trail last year, and just in so many ways. And I mean, I guess fundamentally it's always sort of silly, because fundamentally what I'm doing or what the rest of the hikers are doing is not, I feel like, particularly difficult or challenging. Like, it's just walking,
Right. Well, that's the weirdness. It is. It's both just very simple.
Right.
One foot, then the other foot.
Right.
And
try not
very
to fall
complex,
But I guess there's certainly all sorts of different decisions. And on this trail, I don't know. I mean, I am very proud of the fact that last year on the Appalachian Trail, I can honestly say in my heart of hearts, I can take it upstairs and tell the big man that, that I never thought about quitting.
Yeah.
And this trail, maybe I will. I don't know. I hope not to.
Yeah.
And goodness knows, hopefully I'm not forced to by some inadvertent, catastrophe beyond my control. But, I guess we'll see. And I'd like to think that I'll be honest enough about that to share that. And I think I learned a lot from my videos last year that, you know, because I've rewatched some of them and spoken with people who have watched them, and hopefully I have it in myself to be honest enough about that if and when those moments come of extreme challenge. And I think so far I've been forthright about
I would agree.
about the challenges coming in this next little 140-mile stretch or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see how it goes. So
yeah, well, you've got a fair amount of snow to get through.
yes. Believe it or not, right? We look around here and
yeah, and here we are sitting in a pile of smoke right now.
Right,
It's very smoky and very, very dry.
Yeah. Cool.
But only, 6 miles away from here is probably 6 feet of snow.
Yeah, it's wild.
The road flies.
It's wild. So, well, cool. I guess that's pretty good for this. Hopefully that's been a fun experience. Hopefully you enjoy seeing yourself here in another couple weeks when we go live.
I won't watch myself, but that's cool.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much, Rusty. It's been an absolute joy.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you. I would suggest to anybody out there who's able to open their homes, please do it.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you as well.
There's my plug for it. It's really been fun.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thanks so much. Thank you so much again. Pleasure.